when I was reeling that one in, there was several of them that was running bait up in the grass and stuff. Look how skinny that dude is. We're doing a little testing today. So one thing I like to do, we're getting ready to head north, and yeah, just kind of put myself in a situation that I might be on Champlain. And not only are we testing baits. Oh, he got it. This is actually the first fish that I've caught. Doing this since, where were we at? Pasquotank River. So, yeah, just testing baits, fishing around some grass. We got 2 new deucers, you know, from Garmin, the 42 and the 44. And playing with them. So really just kind of goofing around today. You know, some of the things I might end up having to do up there. That's what we're gonna do today. I mean, we're really just fishing. But like I said, testing some baits, testing some hooks, hook sizes, weights, just playing around really. But I kind of started on the edge of the grass and no bites, and literally just laid this up across the top of the grass and got a bite, and not a bad bite. So one of the things I wanted to do today was kind of live scope some and just fish some, but we're around some grass, which, you know, we're going to Champlain. Champlain's got a lot of grass, and this is coontail, and it's my least favorite kind of grass. And the reason being is because all the places that I've ever fished it, they really don't get in it. Like, they do, but they don't. They just kind of live around it. Like, they live more in the holes than they actually do in the grass. It makes it a little bit tougher to fish. Frogging, I mean, stuff like that, buzz baiting is awesome, but like flipping it, I've just never really had a lot of luck. It's better like, you know, bladed jig, topwater, just fishing around it than in it. I know there's somebody watching this that says I catch them flipping it all the time. I don't. I just don't. So, you know, looking at the live scope down there, some of this, you know, he can see the unit back there. Some of this, it just kind of tapers off, and there's little patches of it and stuff. That's kind of what we're gonna fish. And then you get up there, you see how it just gets, I mean, it just chokes out. There's little holes and stuff. That's kind of what I expect for him to get in. Now, if a guy could find a hole that had, you know, some rock in it or a hard spot or some current coming through it, that's where you can catch 2 or 3. But things I've always tried to do, I'm not a guy to go pre-practice, you know, run and go to these lakes before. I did it early in my career and it just didn't work out. Like, I just felt like once you got there, if I went and saw it, I kind of had tunnel vision when I got there. So, and it does work for some guys, but it doesn't work for me. But one thing I do like to do, and always have, is leading up to the tournament. For example, we go to Champlain in a couple of weeks. You know, Champlain's got a lot of grass and shallow cover. It's way different than this, don't get me wrong, but it is similar. It does have grass in it. We don't have a lot of grass in Oklahoma, so I like to put myself, you know, kind of leading up to that event, just fishing some of the same kind of stuff. You know, for example, like whenever we had the Classic on Grand and it was flooded, you know, I spent 30 days straight probably on 10 killer, because it was flooded and dirty and all that kind of stuff, it just kind of gets me in the right mindset of what's about to happen. You know, I'm not going to go out and live scope in 50 foot of water and then know that I'm probably going to go to Champlain and fish in some grass. So it just kind of gets everything tuned up. You know, or it does for me. Kind of start thinking about some bait choices and different techniques before you get there. Kind of gets the juices flowing, I guess. So I won, you know, a while back on an urchin and had zero experience with it. Pretty much, you know, it's all I fished that week. And ended up winning the event. But still, like, I don't know what I think I need to know about it. And that's kind of why we're playing with it today. I mean, I got several rods laid out, but I want to kind of fish this. I want to fish it, you know, just kind of casting it around like what I was doing at Pasquotank, and then I want to fish it. You know, I want to scope some too whenever we get around some scoping stuff, but I'm still playing with different, you know, weights, sizes. You know, every day I throw it, which, what is this, day 8? Literally, this is the 8th day I've ever thrown it. You know, every day I throw it, I learn more about it. I learn what makes them bite it. What they don't like about it. You know, exactly like what size hook, what size weight, all that kind of stuff. So I'm still learning. I'm by no means an expert on it, and I'll admit it. So we're just testing. There's a really good picture right there of that log on the 42 in perspective. I mean, you can just see the detail of it, the shadow behind it, the grass point that kind of runs out and touches it right there. You have to remember with the 42, it's different than the 34 on perspective. You have a wider angle, quite a bit wider, a lot more to look at. Look at the ones with him. Come here, buddy. Golly, what a bite. You know, I mean, it's gonna get so hot today. You get back in, I mean, we got back in this little ditch, just kind of scoping things out, and you know, you get back and like a long time ago, it would get like slick and stagnant, and you're just like, you know, you just feel like you got to flip something or just. And one of the best ways to get a bite when it gets like this is topwater frog. I mean, spook. Something that makes them react. Like he reacted on that. We actually had a bite right before that. That was probably a better bite than that. But when I was reeling that one in, there was several of them that was running bait up in the grass and stuff. So what I'm trying to do is what I've just done is find a little area of them with something fast like that. That's 3 bites and 4 casts. Coontail's better than no grass, don't get me wrong. But like this right here is a good example. Like you look at it and it's just so thick. And there's not any like holes. It doesn't like, it just grows to the top in my experience and doesn't like die underneath as good as hydrilla and milfoil and stuff. But what they'll do is they'll get in these little like crevices like right there, and these little, like that point behind us there. But these open areas, they use it. They just don't get in it like they do some of the other stuff. Like I said, it's better than nothing. It gives the fry a place to hide out. You're gonna have a better population. I'm shocked that I've gotten, this is not like a water running in it kind of deal. This is just a backwater. I'm shocked that they're acting like they are back here. You know what, topwater would be the same right now. It just has such drawing power, like how far they come to get it, and it's a big meal. You guys watching's probably like, I'm tired of watching him throw a spook. But I think you're learning that I throw it a lot. You know, so I think it's supposed to be 100 today, and this is nothing but a big spawning pocket. I mean, had I not got them bites at the mouth, I wouldn't even have come up here. But look, I mean, there's gizzards in here. But we are, I noticed last night laying in bed, we got a big moon. That's one of the times in the summertime that doesn't hurt to like venture out in some of that shallow stuff, because I'm telling you, a couple of big brim beds, or a couple of brim beds, they ain't gotta be big. You can catch some big fish. Be one there. I don't know if that's was the same fish. All I know is they're freaking eating it. Like, I didn't expect that. I was wanting to spend the day doing other things, but also want to catch some bass. They always say that, get this off and I'll show you. I don't know if it's true, but you see how pointed his lip is? That he's a crawdad hunter because he's always digging in the bottom, but he's freaking healthy, I know that. There's a line of grass right here. There's a point right there, and it's just open. Face full of hooks kind of eating it. I'm gonna say that and he's gonna come on. I just said that and he had a hook in the back. So that grass comes down and kind of makes a hard line. Right there, there's just a little bitty point. He was on the end of that. I did not expect this. Fishing's usually like that. Hot as it is. Long. Summertime. Look at his tail. His tail's bleeding a little bit. I mean, eating it. I came to throw the urchin, but I can't because I want to catch bass. And it's just the way the grass sets up. We're gonna do it some. If I gotta go take this spook and put it in the truck. I literally just picked it up to try to find a group or an area. I can't lay it down. And the water's 88. I think that'd be a lot lazier than what they are. Well, I didn't see him on scope, but just kind of got on, you can see the hard edge of the grass. I just kind of got to where I could throw down the edge. It's so weird, like I haven't caught a whole lot of them on this. But what's weird to me is they always hit. It's awkward for me to, I mean, like it's right in the middle of my snap. I know it's a reaction thing 100%. Like I can count on one finger how many have actually hit it while it's just setting. It's always like right there, and it's an awkward jerk. Just gonna be hard to see them on scope out of the grass. Like they're probably tucked right up next to it. That's a first. I was just reeling that one in. Just reeling it straight in. I see my line going sideways. I mean, got him. So here's the rig. Just a 2/0 trocar frog hook. Little drop shot weight right there. Slide that bait over the top of it. Well, we got one on the frog. Hodgepodge day. It's kind of what I expected though. I mean, it's kind of what, I didn't come out here to just do one thing. This time of year, it's hard to just do one thing, but just to kind of get a little groove going before we head north. Throw a little urchin. I came back in here, it's like, I don't know, it's 10:30 or 11, just to see if I could come across a big brim bed. Catch one more big one and go find some lunch. So a lot of times, you know, we come out and we're gonna shoot something. We kind of have an idea of what we want to do. And there's times that it kind of veers off, you know, it's not doing what we expect it to do. And today was kind of one of them. I really thought that the grass would be different here, where I could kind of fish the edges and stuff. I mean, you can look here, it's just sloppy, nasty looking in most places. So caught some fish, you know, just about everything. Spooking, frogging, throwing the urchin some, but it's like 11 o'clock, it's getting hot. So we're gonna wrap up and before it gets just unbearable. So hopefully you learned something, and I appreciate you riding along.